do you say, everybody? Hello and welcome to Slammers Stadium in Joliet, Illinois. It's another sunny day, and it's time for Game 2 of the three-game series between the Joliet Slammers and your Florence Y'alls. You're listening to Frontier League Baseball on the Frontier League Network powered by HTN, as well as the Florence Y'alls Radio Network on our Florence Y'alls audio stream, the YouTube audio stream there. I'm your play-by-play broadcaster, Rory Tettemer, excited to join you for Game 2 of the three-game series between the Y'alls and the Slammers. It's another beautiful day, sky clear with some picturesque clouds out in center field, sun shining down on us at Slammers Stadium, and the wind blowing out towards right center field. The Y'alls trying to recover after a tough loss yesterday, a walk-off walk, something that I said yesterday I've seen probably far too many times, but then I also saw in Major League Baseball when the Athletics won on a walk-off walk. So, hey, even happens in the bigs, and Florence just looking to rebound today and try and break their longest losing streak of the season, four-game losing streak for the Y'alls. They enter 20-17. The Slammers at 13-23. Florence still, 3 games above 500, but they're starting to slide here a little bit. A good bounce back would be winning these next 2 games against the Slammers, who hopefully they could take care of a little bit more today. The Y'alls are on the 50 West Brewing pregame show, always inspired by the Great American Road Trip across Route 50. 50 West, the premier brewery in the Cincinnati area. At 50 West, every beer's a journey. Join us for the ride, located at 7605 Worcester Pike, Cincinnati. Let's take a look at last night's game. The Y'alls dropped 6-5 to Joliet in extras on a walk-off walk. Florence jumped on the board first. They scored 2 runs in the opening frame. Brendan Bobo brought home Brett Blomquist with an RBI groundout. Richardson then scored Hank Zeisser with an RBI single. Zach Westcott was the starter for Florence. He finished with 5 2/3 innings, surrendering 4 runs on 6 hits with 3 Ks. Down 3-2 in the third, Richardson came through once again with an RBI single to tie the game at 3-3. Trailing 4-3 in the seventh, Brett Blomquist launched his 6th blast of the season to tie the game at 4-4. And that's where we stayed for a little bit. The Y'alls were threatening in the 7th and 9th, but couldn't come through. Nate Darden pitched 2 scoreless innings in the 8th and 9th to send the game to extras. Tyler Schoenfeld entered as the automatic runner at second to start the 10th. 2 wild pitches would bring him home to give Florence a 5-4 lead. Ada McAvoy, the Y'alls closer, entered in the bottom of the 10th, allowed a go-ahead RBI single, and proceeded to load the bases with 1 away. Joliet worked a 4-pitch walk to seal a walk-off win in the series opener, a game that had a little bit of controversy that we'll be talking about throughout the game today. But either way, Florence ends up with a loss there, 20-17, trying to snap a 4-game losing streak today. Let's take a look at the lineup for the away team and your Florence Y'alls. Leading things off, the center fielder, Tyler Schoenfeld. Batting second, the second baseman, Brett Blomquist. In the 3 slot, the first baseman, Hank Zeisser. Batting cleanup, the designated hitter, Zade Richardson. In the 5 slot, the right fielder, Milo Rushford. Batting 6th, the third baseman, Garrett Broussard. In the 7th slot, the left fielder, Marcus Brodell. Batting 8th, the shortstop, Dylan Baker. Rounding it out will be the catcher, Zach Beadle. Florence with some firepower on the pine today. Brendan Bobo was hit twice yesterday. I did see his knee. He's got some bruising around his knee, just taking a rest day after that. And then Jackson Tucker as well, after an 0-for-5 performance, heads to the pine. Harbison, is always switching out with Zach Beadle. Bunt Harbison also with a 3K day yesterday. Florence hoping to switch up the catcher position. On the flip side for Joliet, similar lineup to what we saw yesterday with 1 change. The shortstop, Ian Battipaglia, will lead things off. Batting second, the second baseman, Tyler Cerny. He swapped spots with the person batting 8th. Batting third, the right fielder, Blake Berry. In the cleanup spot, the designated hitter, Jackson Valera. Batting 5th, the left fielder, Cam Sudo. In the 6th slot, the center fielder, Jackson Beeman. Batting 7th, the first baseman, Peyton Carr. In the 8th slot, the third baseman, Patrick Ward. And rounding out will be the new catcher, Billy Sullivan. On the mound for both teams, Casey Bargo tries to replicate his phenomenal start against the Gateway Grizzlies last Sunday, where he went 7 innings with 10 Ks, allowing just 2 runs. Trying to replicate that against the Joliet Slammers, and the right-handed pitcher for Joliet, Ben Vitus. Ben Vitus, we'll talk a little bit more about him as he's starting to walk out to the mound, and Joliet is taking the field. We'll take a pause there on the 50 West Brewing pregame show as we get ready for our national anthem. And first pitch coming up in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. Florence Y'alls baseball coming up on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. lovely, lovely rendition of our national anthem. How about that? Really well sung here at Slammers Stadium. Joliet, Illinois, we're ready for first pitch on the Frontier League Network powered by HTN, as well as the Florence Radio Network. Ben Vitus, the right-handed pitcher for Joliet, toeing the rubber for the Slammers, enters today with a 2-2 record, of 4.88 ERA across 31 1/3 innings pitched. 8 games appeared, just 3 starts, entering this starting rotation after a few stints out of the bullpen. Vitus, 22 Ks to 9 walks. He's going to be throwing over the plate. Not really swing and miss stuff with just a 6.3 K per 9, but out of Central Michigan, hoping to stymie a Florence offense that couldn't get anything done really against the starting pitcher yesterday, Ryan Daly. First 3 for the Y'alls: Tower, Schoenfeld, Brett Blomquist, and Hank Zeisler. Schoenfeld on the pine yesterday with just a scheduled off day. He swaps places with Jackson Tucker in the leadoff spot as well as in center field. Schoenfeld making his first start in center in quite some time. However, we know that he could play the position very well. Saw him in that position predominantly in 2025. Blomquist with a home run yesterday, his 6th blast of the season, back over at second base. I think he's started to make a case for himself to be in the lineup every single game, certainly with an above 300 average, and then also some pop, 6 home runs. That's 3rd on the team right now, among the lengths of Hank Zeisler as well. Pretty impressive stuff from what we've seen from the rookie. Rest of the way down, pretty stereotypical of what we've seen all season. Marcus Brodell back out in left field. He's making the start today. Milo Rushford moves over to right to fill in for a ailing Brendan Bobo. Again, Brendan Bobo seems fine. I saw him at the gym working out today. Probably just a rest day after getting hit twice yesterday, especially after the game. You saw him had bruising right around his knee area, both inside and outside, that required ice, but should be all good. Tower Schoenfeld, the left-handed hitter for the Y'alls, will lead things off and steps into the lefty batter's box. Vitus on the mound, sideways windup, first base side of the rubber. Kicks in the first pitch. Fastball missing upstairs. We are underway at Slammers Stadium, a 1-0 count at 6:05, right on schedule on a beautiful Saturday night on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN, your play-by-play broadcaster, Rory Tettemer. Excited to be here. 1-0. In there for a strike. 90 miles per hour, outer half, 21.86 on the spin rate. Vitus, not a lot of walks, just 9 on the season, 22 Ks as well. He's going to be firing it over the plate, trying to induce soft contact. 1-1. In there for a strike on the outer half, just catching the zone at 90 miles per hour. 3 fastballs to open the frame for Vitus. The 1-2, fastball in the dirt, downstairs, no good. Vitus, a 4.88 ERA entering today. Again, that would be a very good ERA for any starter on the Y'alls right now. 2-2 record, most of his games out of the bullpen. That one's roped past the glove of the second baseman, Cerny, into right center field. Leadoff line drive, single from Tyler Schoenfeld. He gets the Y'alls' first hit of the day and a first leadoff runner aboard. Something we didn't see until late in the game when Florence got their first leadoff runner. I think it was the 7th Milo Rushford was able to get on. The 7th or 8th to open up that inning. Brings up Brett Blomquist, an Oppo Taco bomb his last game yesterday. Vitus, his last time out, June 14th. 3 innings pitched, 6 hits, 4 runs, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. That one's punched right side as well. Over there is Cerny on a long range throw on to first is in time. 4-3 on the put away of Blomquist. Moves over Tyler Schoenfeld to second. That's a job. Kind of inside out there. That was lower in that Blomquist, just trying to hit opposite way. Cerny able to extend the range and get over there in time. Brings up Hank Zeisler. Zeisler back in the lead across the Frontier League in batting average, 389. 2 for 4 day yesterday. We know him as the franchise record holder in runs scored and RBIs for the Y'alls, among many other that he's chasing. The captain One's in there for a strike. Zeisler entered this series with actually ended, I believe, Schaumburg with his birthday. Turning the young age of 27. 0-1. In there for a strike. 0-2. I'm 26, so I can say young age. 27, just to make myself feel younger as well. And he's one of the few guys on the team that's now, is older than me. Also another guy that shares a love of sports cards. He's got a runner in scoring position, 0-2 count on him. Little meeting on the mound first with Sullivan and Vitus. Vitus has been handed 2 losses his last 2 times out. See if Florence can hand him his 3rd in a row. 0-2 to the captain. Slider inside, no good. Pretty straight up defense. Shortstop shaded a little bit up the middle for the lefty Zeisler. Also keeping on Tyler Schoenfeld, the speedster, second base. Daylight attempt over there, nothing going. When I say daylight on the broadcast, that means it's a timed play. The pitcher and shortstop breaking over, trying to pick off the runner at second. Usually involves some motion from the catcher to say, hey, he's breaking right now. When I was in college, just a glove flip down. Schoenfeld bouncing around, the 1-2, missing inside. Shaney was the runner on second in the 10th. Florence really wasn't able to do anything on their own. Schoenfeld moved over on 2 wild pitches over to third and then came in to score to give the Yalls the lead in the top of the 10th. When I asked Shaney about it at the end of the game yesterday, he said, well, I feel like that wild pitch was a little induced by me at second. Swing and a miss from Zeisler. He's down on strikes, first K of the day for Vitus. Schoenfeld was saying he was bouncing around at second. Thought he got in the head of the pitcher there, who was a little worried about him at second, and instead threw a wild pitch. Certainly, he's always bouncing around on the base paths. Brings up Zade Richardson, a 4-hit day yesterday. All singles, but certainly did a job. 2 RBIs. The only member with 2 RBIs yesterday. See if he can keep it going today. 4 for 5 line for Richardson. First pitch. Punches it out towards center field. Beeman's coming in. He's not going to get there. Waving around. Schoenfeld at third. Throw comes to the plate, but it's way high and all the way to the backstop. Richardson on the way to second. He's in with another RBI single. Florence strikes first once again. They're on top 1-0. Zade Richardson and runners in scoring position up there with the likes of headband LeBron and sick game or flu game Michael Jordan. Something you just don't want to see for if you're an opposing pitcher. RBI single moves into scoring position. That throw was nowhere near by Beeman. I mean, way upstairs. All the way to the backstop, and no one was covering behind the catcher. Florence on top, 1-0. It's the lefty Milo Rushford. First pitch to him. Ground ball up the middle, fielded over by the shortstop. Battipaglia, throw on to first is in time. A bang-bang play over at 1B. And the all-stranded runner in scoring position, but they get one across. It's a 1-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the first. Joliet gets their first crack when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Bottom of the first, always brought to you by Heritage Bank. At Heritage Bank, we believe your money should work as hard as you do. Proudly local, fiercely dependable, that's the Heritage difference. Visit heritagebank.com or stop by a branch near you today. Casey Bargo out on the mound for the Yulls, already working with a lead. Florence on top, 1-0. Bargo going to try and replicate his last start against Gateway, where he was simply phenomenal. His second start for the Yulls turned in one of the best starts we have seen from any starter for Florence this season. 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 runs, just 1 walk, 10 Ks for Casey Bargo. He was only really tagged on 2 home runs. Both were solo blasts at Gateway, obviously a hitter's ballpark. Lowered his ERA down to 4.91, gave him a 1-0 record. And the Yulls have also backed him up offensively. Bargo this season has seen 32 runs of support in just 2 games. That's averaging of 16 per game. Obviously, Florence has won both of those games. Florence acquired Bargo from Brockton a couple of weeks ago. And would certainly love for him to turn in a similar start to what he did the last time up. Ian Battipaglia will lead things off, followed by Tyler Cerny and Blake Berry. First 3 for the Slammers. Was commenting on our YouTube audio stream. You guys, I'll be muting my ambient mic in between innings. You guys, don't worry, you guys aren't losing audio or anything, so it will be silence in between innings. Just muting the ambient mic there. Something with the routing, so don't worry, you guys aren't losing the stream. It'll just be silence. Wanted to give everyone an FYI. 1-0. That one's roped out towards right center field. Shaney fell on the run. He can't get there, but does cut it off. Throw coming into second. That's going to hold Battipaglia to a single. Really good job there from Tyler Shaneyfelt to track that down and keep it to just 1 hop, holding Battipaglia at first. Leadoff single for the Joliet Slammers. Battipaglia, a guy with a lot of speed. Amid controversy of the extra inning play yesterday, Battipaglia, an illegal runner. We did get confirmation on that. Was no way that he should have been out there. That one skied high down the first base line. Foul territory. Zeisler over towards the Joliet dugout. Has it for out number 1. But yet we did get confirmation that Battipaglia should not have been out there. He was an illegal runner and all the things to do with that. But that's, where I'll leave the story at. Should not have been that runner out there. What happens because of it? I don't know. He is over at first. He takes off with the first pitch. Missing inside. No throw from Beetle. Stolen base from Battipaglia. Want to know the count. Fastball in there for a strike at 90 miles per hour. Blake Berry, a .318 average entering today. 9 home runs, 35 RBIs. Look over at second. 1-1 from Bargo missing inside. Berry yesterday 0 for 5. No walks, no strikeouts. All just putouts. 2-1. Skies it foul. Casey Bargo, before he was acquired from Florence, from Brockton, 0-1 with a 9.77 ERA. 8 games, 15 2/3 innings pitched, all of them out of the bullpen. 19 Ks and 12 walks. 2-2, skied foul. Then comes over to Florence, works both games as a starter. A 1-0 record with a 4.91 ERA. Picking up 11 innings, 8 hits, 6 runs, 6 walks, and 14 Ks. Two. Ground ball, right side, trying to get there is Blomquist, a sliding play. Throw on to first, in time. Battipaglia over at third. Back pick over, nothing going. 4-3 on the put away, 2 outs now for Jackson Valera. Valera with a big time hit yesterday. Very similar spot to what you see today. Battipaglia, an illegal runner over at third. And Valera was able to rope a single up the middle that tied the game in the 10th. Let's see if Florence can handle him today. First pitch. In there for a strike. First pitch strikes was the name of the game for Bargo in Gateway. 0-1. In there again, 0-2. We mentioned Valera is a guy that seems to be taking first pitch strikes. That one was 93, bottom of the zone. Let's see what Bargo goes to here. 0-2 pitch. Missing upstairs at 84 on an off speed. 24.06 on the spin rate. 1-2. Y'all's on top 1-0 in the opening frame. One-two pitch, skies it high, infield, right side. Zeisler now working in foul territory, right over near the coach's box. Makes the grab to end the inning. So a leadoff single, and Bargo strands him over at third. Y'all's with a 1-0 lead after 1. We head to the top of 2 when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Top half of the second inning always brings us our umpire intro, brought to you by Pella Window and Door. Looking for a clear view of every call? Trust Pella Window and Door, bringing you replay-worthy clarity and craftsmanship you can count on. Pella Window and Door, so good, even the ump won't miss a thing. First pitch to Garrett Broussard, saws it off and grounds it over towards the first baseman. Carr will take it himself. One pitch, one away. 3-3 put away, unassisted over at first. Brings up Marcus Brodell. The umpire crew today is rotating clockwise. Jordan Alfonso behind home plate. Down the third base line, Jacob Waldrop, he's the crew chief. Down the first base line, Mike Love. Toby Hall ejected from last night's game. His third ejection of the season. That was Waldrop, now the third base umpire. First pitch to Brodell in there for a strike. Marcus Brodell entered as a pinch runner yesterday once Bobo hit a single late in the game. 0-1. In there for a strike. Brodell then did strike out in his only plate appearance, but, I mean, what an amazing grab he made in left center field, tracking down a ball that would have ended the ball game in the bottom of the ninth. 0-2, fouls it away. Currently on the season, Brodell hitting .233. Since the emergence of Milo Rushford, Brodell has kind of stepped into a fourth outfielder role. The 0-2, swing and a miss. Bottom of the zone on the off-speed second K for Vitus. Making quick work here in the second, 2 away already. Now brings up Dylan Baker. Baker, 248 average. 1 for 5 yesterday. Ended up getting a single late. That was in the 10th inning. First pitch to him. Skies down the right field line. Trending towards foul territory. Barry comes in. It's the second baseman, Cerny, with a sliding grab in the Joliet bullpen. 1-2-3 frame and less than 10 pitches for Ben Vitus. Florence doesn't make him work at all. We head to the bottom of 2 with a 1-0 lead when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Bottom of the second inning. Time for our Thomas More scoreboard. Always our scoreboard partner, Thomas More University. There you'll be able to take your life and your career as far as you want it to go. Apply and donate today at thomasmore.edu. Florence on top 1-0 in the bottom of the second on our Thomas More scoreboard. Bargo back out for another inning of work. Allowed a leadoff single. Stranded him over at third. Simply business after that. Retired the next 3 batters. A couple weak contacts to the right side of the infield. It'll be 5, 6, 7 due up for Joliet. That's Cam Pseudo, Jackson Beeman, and Peyton Carr. Again, the Y'alls with a 1-0 lead. Pseudo, 331 average. Entering today, 4 home runs, 26 RBIs. First pitch misses outside. Pseudo yesterday was 1 for 3 with 2 walks. 1-0 all the way to the backstop, 2-0. Mentioned for Bargo with name of his game, those first pitch strikes. Now a 2-0 count. Fastball outside. Bargo, the tallest pitcher on the Florence roster. 6'8", 230 pounds. Out of Corbin, Kentucky. 3-0. Fastball missing out. Fires a 4-pitch walk to open the frame. It's been back-to-back innings with the leadoff runner aboard. Brings up Jackson Beeman. Beeman a 308 average entering today. Seems like all these guys for Joliet, over 300. That one's skied high out towards left field. Rushford or Brodell a little bit back. Makes the grab for out number 1. Gotten used to Rushford in left field, so it's odd seeing someone else over there. Rushford is over in right. Let's take a look at the defense for Florence. Brodell in left. Schoenfeld in center. And Rushford in right. In the infield, it's Broussard at third, Baker at short, Blomqvist at second, Zeisler at first, and Zach Beadle behind the plate. Peyton Carr, the first baseman, steps in the righty batter's box. Pickoff attempt. Nothing going, but it was close. Hank Zeisler arguing that he got him. And a quick quiet down from Mike Love. Tell you what, Mike Love, I mean, that's brand new to the umpiring crew, and this crew, I don't know if he realized he just told the captain. Runner takes off. That one's fouled away. Told the captain of the Florence Y'all's roster, the Frontier League MVP frontrunner, enough in the second inning. You just, at some point, a little bit of feel. A little feel, know who you're talking to. 0-1 the count. Pickoff attempt. I've said it before, Hank does not argue often. So if he is arguing, you know he's probably right. Runner takes off again. 0-1. In there for a strike throw down to second. It's a bullet from Beetle. Got him. Ball does not lie. Zach Beetle eliminates the runner over at first and wipes the bases clean for out number 2. Zach Beetle claims another victim, a caught stealing of Cam Sudo. And again, they get a great jump off of Bargo. Saw that a little bit in some of Bargo's starts here. He's getting a good jump on him. I believe it was his first start. Count 1-2. Trying to go an unconventional 1-2-3 against Peyton Carr. 2 away with the bases empty. Straight up defense for Florence. And their road Kentucky Reds. 1-2 pitch, fouls it away. That was an off-speed left upstairs. Joliet in, I believe they're Latin Heritage Night jerseys. One-two, ground ball, left side. Broussard gloves it on 2 hops. A rifle over to first is in time, and an unconventional 1-2-3 from Casey Bargo. Heading to the top of the third, it's time for Tettemer Trivia. Florence carries a 1-0 lead when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Top half of the third, always brought to you by the Roar Agency, located in all 50 states across the nation. Feel the Roar difference with Roar Insurance. Visit us today at roarins.com. Y'all's with a 1-0 lead over the Joliet Slammers. Zach Beetle will lead things off for Florence. 9-1-2 due up. Beetle, Schoenfeld, Blomquist. Beetle gets his first at-bat today against Ben Vitus, the right-handed pitcher on the mound. A quick inning in the second for Vitus through under 10 pitches. Florence went down 1-2-3. Fires in a fastball middle, 91 down the heart of the plate. The 0-1, swing and a miss way outside, 85. On an off speed there. Beetle quickly down 0-2. And Vitus just working quickly. Winds the 0-2, missing outside. Top of the third always brings us our Tettemer trivia. Way it works, I read a question top half of the third, give you guys the answer in the bottom half. You have the opportunity to play along. Head on over to Twitter. Question is live. Florence_Yalls and R Tettemer 9 are the accounts you're looking for. Fastball outside, no good, 2-2. Again, Florence_Yalls or R Tettemer 9. Question your guess in the comment section. I will shout you out here on the broadcast. First to get it in correctly wins. 2-2. Hard hit up the middle and over the glove of the second baseman Cerny into center field. Beetle with his first hit of the day. Starts off the third with the leadoff runner aboard. That'll bring up Tyler Schoenfeld. Question of the day. I'm interested in who did their research after yesterday's question. Always presented by the Roar Agency. Yesterday we were talking about what shortstop had the last 40-plus homer season regarding Colson Montgomery, who's already at 20 homers halfway through. First pitch to Schoenfeld misses inside. Well, now I'm asking what shortstop has the most 40-plus homer seasons in Major League Baseball history. Again, what shortstop has the most 40-plus homer seasons in Major League Baseball history? My hint, 14-time All-Star. 1-0. In there for a strike. One. Two and one. Misses outside. Runner on first. Pickoff attempt, nothing going. Again, what shortstop has the most 40-plus homer seasons in Major League Baseball history? 14-time All-Star. Had to be playing shortstop during those seasons. Predominantly. 3-1. In there for a strike. Payoff. Ground ball over towards the third baseman. Toss on to second for one. No relay over to first. In and out of the glove on the transfer. Just a fielder's choice, 5-4, able to get the lead runner. Tyler Schoenfeld will swap places with Zach Beetle. Got to figure if that situation was reversed and Beetle had hit that. Runner takes off. That's Schoenfeld. Throw goes down to second. Tag applied in time. Schoenfeld caught stealing. I'll wipe the bases clean. Very rare for Schoenfeld to be caught stealing. Has not happened much this season at all. The 1-0. In there for a strike. Blomquist the batter, 1-1 the count. Bases empty, 2 away. Ben Vitus trying to go another unconventional 1-2-3. 1-1. Punches it out toward shallow center field. Beeman can't get there. Brett Blomquist with his first hit of the day. Restarts the Y'all's offense here. 2-out runner aboard. Now to bring up Hank Zeisler.
First baseman, number 13, Hank Zeisler.
First pitch to the captain. Fouls it away down the first base line.
Foul ball brought to you by Posh Hospitality. Avoid your next party foul by booking Posh Banquets.
Y'all's on top 1-0. They've picked up 4 hits. Have moved a runner to second twice so far. 0-1 swing and a miss. From the stretch, 0-2 to Zeisler, missing inside on an off speed. That one skied foul down the left field line, ends up out of play.
Be nice to each other. Be nice to each other.
1-2. Blomquist on first, 2 away here in the top of the third. 1-2 pitch, fouls it away. Zeisler chased a high fastball his last time up.
Great call. No touch man. First time I've been called that for myself. Hands up to you.
Shade may be playing a little bit of a factor. The pitcher's bound all in sun, and then home plate covered by some stadium shade there. So you're seeing from sunlight to shade as the pitch is coming through at 90 miles per hour. Certainly not easy. Really only a problem you ever had to deal with if you played in a professional stadium. You know, if you just grew up playing high school baseball, obviously you're not in a place where shade should really play in effect. Just regular fencing around those fields. 1-2 misses upstairs or downstairs. But here with, you know, concourses and extra suites, obviously the buildings are a little taller. Creates a shade effect. Same thing happens at Thomas More Stadium as well as Bossy Field heavily. 2-2 the count with 2 away. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, same spot. Fastball away, gets Zeisler to chase. That is the third K of the day for Ben Vitus. Florence picks up 2 hits and strands a runner at first. We head to the bottom of the third. Get your guesses in for Tettemer Trivia when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Bottom half of the third inning. Casey Bargo back out for another inning of work. Still with a 1-0 lead. We'll face 8-9 top for Joliet. Ward, Sullivan, Battapaglia. Same inning with the salute to service there. So a little extended time now for Casey Bargo warming up. Y'all's 1-0 on our Thomas More scoreboard. Still a beautiful day here at Slammers Stadium in Joliet, Illinois, Game 2 of the 3-game series. Playing Tettemer trivia in the inning. Question of the day was, what shortstop has the most 40-plus homer seasons in Major League Baseball history? My hint, he was a 14-time All-Star. Got a lot of good guesses already coming through. Make sure to chime in on Twitter. It's Florence_Y'alls or RTettemer9, RTETTEMER9. Question is live there. You can comment or guess in the comment section. I will shout you out here on the broadcast.
And we're back to baseball. Now batting for the Slams, third baseman, number 1. Ward.
Bottom half of the third inning. 1-0 lead for the Y'alls. First up for Joliet, Patrick Ward. Oh, 1. Sent out towards right center field. Shaney Felt and Rushford on the move. It's Rushford making the call, and it in and out of his glove. Shaney Felt able to catch it before it hits the ground. They're saying safe on the field as the runner keeps going over towards third. Toby Hall coming out to argue the call. Let's see. That would have been an immaculate catch. They're saying safe on the call, that he dropped it. That should be an error for Rushford. If not, I would love to see a replay on that on HDN. They're going to meet in the infield to see what they come up with. Shaney felt adamant that he was able to catch it after the bobble there from Rushford. Rushford did not get in front of that. Do we have a replay?
This is a perfect moment.
Fortunately not.
Enter yourself as a top bidder, or begin yourself as a top bidder. You could be walking home with
They already marked an error
fabulous
on the board.
jerseys you see the Slammers wearing tonight. We got online auction going. QR code is on the screen.
They also marked an error for Joliet. I don't know when that happened.
Fantasy member sitting near you who can help.
Again, it's a long meeting.
And online jersey auction. These are some beautiful jerseys. A light paisley pattern.
Saying safe. Unfortunately, the umpire crew loses all credibility after last night's debacle, not knowing Frontier League baseball rules. So take it with what you will, whatever this umpire crew says. Just the unfortunate circumstance of when you have to leave the stadium and look up to look to see what a rule is. Ugh. Ends up as an error for Milo Rushford. And Patrick Ward is granted third base. It's a tying run 90 feet away. Billy Sullivan is the batter. That one's punched up the middle. It's a tie ball game. RBI single for Billy Sullivan on the first pitch he sees. 1-1 here in the bottom of the third. Man, what a change of tide. really tough play. Not a tough play. Really tough play for them to call if Schoenfeld got it. You think they would be able to see 2 eyes in front of them. But that was a can of corn fly ball. That should have been caught just regularly. First pitch in there for a strike. We're tied up at 1 here in the bottom of the 3rd. Oh, 1. Fouls it away. One and two, the count, nobody out, runner on first. With 1 away, I'll start reading our guesses. 2 outs, I can give you guys the answer for our Tettemer trivia. One, two, swing and a miss, top of the zone. First K of the day for Casey Bargo. He puts out a big one in Ian Battipaglia. 1 out in the 3rd. Brings up Tyler Cerny, popped up to first in foul territory his last time up. That will be an unearned run against Bargo. Off-speed missing upstairs. 80 miles per hour, 24.58 on the spin rate. Got to say, that pitch he has missed upstairs numerous times now, just not getting over or not getting enough movement on that off-speed. You do not often want to miss an off-speed upstairs. It usually doesn't end well. 1-0. That one's roped out towards left center field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Schoenfeld cuts it off before the wall. Rounding second, on his way to third. Sullivan, a stop sign. Schoenfeld once again. Getting that in before the wall is just so crucial, and that's the speed that Schoenfeld has in center field. Able to cut, balls in the gap that usually can get by. Still just 1 away. We can get to our guesses. That's another single, runners at the corners. Oh, it's a double, actually. Check swing missing upstairs. So runners second and third. Infield in for Florence in the 3rd inning. Interesting to see them try and protect this one. Base hit. 1 run's going to come in to score. They're going to wave around Cerny, trying to make it a 3-1 ball game. Throw comes in, but it's cut off by Zeisler. Blake Berry, a 2-run single. I believe those runs after will be earned. Three runs, 2 of them earned. Now been 2 hits in the inning. Zach Westcott's going to go try and calm down Bargo. Second time through, they've seen him well so far. Let's get to some of our guesses. All of you guessing pretty much the same one. First to do it was Zach Jury, saying Alex Rodriguez. Jay Warford, 54, said A-Rod. Panurge Jr. said A-Rod. Side note, still not sure why the Yankees moved him to 3rd instead of Jeter to 2nd. That's a good note. Jacob Brown, the Yankee fan, says A-Rod. Carter Cousins, A-Rod, if you count him as a shortstop. And Lou DeVolio says Alex Rodriguez, as well as Rich Tettemer, who said Ernie Banks and then went to Alex Rodriguez. So everybody leaning on the same answer. It would be the first perfect we've had on Tettemer Trivia where nobody gets it wrong. Runner on first and one away. Ground ball over towards the shortstop. It's cut off by Broussard. Only throw on to first is in time. 5-3 on the put away. The high chopper.
For the Slammers, left fielder number 22, Sudo.
Now with 2 away. The shortstop with the most 40-plus home run seasons. Even though he was moved over to third, all of them counted while he was at short. That one skied out towards left field, off the glove of Brodell on a leaping grab. Another run's going to come in to score. Now that one actually might be unearned because he did end up getting to 2 outs now. So it should be 4 runs, 2 earned. It's a 4-1 lead for the Slammers either way, and they're just teeing off on Pxp Rory. Again, that's going to be a double regardless. A tough play for Brodell to make. Alex Rodriguez is your correct answer for our Tettemer Trivia. 6 40 home run seasons, all of them while he was actively at shortstop, not counting anything he did with the Yankees at third base. Another one teed off into left field, but this time right at Brodell. 109 off the bat. Casey Bargo lit up here in the third. Was not helped too much by his defense. 4 runs for the Slammers. They carry a 4-1 lead into the top of the 4th when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Top of the 4th, the Alls trail 4-1 with their work cut out for them. They'll start things off with Richardson, Rushford, and Broussard. Florence, a tough time against the Slammers just in my career. Slammers, a little bit better of a season last year, but still tagged Florence. The Alls were 3 for 6 against the Slammers last year. In 2024, had a lower record and still were competitive against the Alls, and they're out in front with a 3-run lead here in the top of the 4th. Florence needs the offense to keep going against Vitus, but also see a lot more pitches. 1-0, that one's roped down the right field line, but foul. Staying on the tune of Tettemer Trivia, congratulations to everyone who guessed Alex Rodriguez, our first perfect answer for everyone in attendance, but there can only be one winner. It was Zach Jury who got the answer in first, so congratulations to Zach Jury, back-to-back winner of Tettemer Trivia. That one's poked out towards right center field. That's going to drop in. 4 extra bases going all the way to the wall. Richardson on his way to second. He's in with a leadoff double. The man cannot be stopped. His 6th hit of the series. Richardson, 2nd hit of the day. stays hot at the point. Brings up Milo Rushford 0 for 1 with the ground out to short. So yes, Alex Rodriguez, 40 home run season in 1998, 1999, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003. He had 6 in a row spanning between the Mariners and the Rangers. That one misses outside, and that's why you can see some, people saying, hey, maybe he should have been the shortstop for the Yankees. No need to move him over to third, and obviously still a great career over at third, but pretty impressive what he was doing as a shortstop to get those 6 40-plus home run seasons, swing and a miss. Now, there has been no 40-plus home run season by a lefty, so Colson Montgomery would be the first to do so at 20 home runs as it stands before the All-Star break. The only other person with numerous 40 home run seasons was Ernie Banks. So when Rich Tettemer did say him, he was in the right ballpark. Banks with 5. In 1955, 57, 58, 59, and 60. Had a bunch of 40 home run seasons. So out of the 13 players to do it, 11 of them came between Ernie Banks and Alex Rodriguez combined. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Out of the glove. Throw goes on to first. It's in time. Out number 1. Vitus with his 4th K of the day. Dicing through Florence. 5 hits and 1 run. Y'all's got to stop leaving runners in scoring position. They've gotten runners on, have only been able to produce 1. And it's the bottom of the order here that has just been quiet pretty much all series so far. This mid-part after Richardson has come through. First pitch to Garrett Broussard. Misses outside all the way to the backstop. Richardson express pass over to third. We mentioned that Fernando Tatis Jr. was the last shortstop to hit 40-plus home runs. The other one could be a trivia in its own, although no one would know the answer. Rico Petrocelli. Rico Petrocelli for the Boston Red Sox in 1969 had an even 40 home run season. But yes, Alex Rodriguez was our correct guess. He had 57 in 2002. That one missing inside. Gonna say it hit Broussard. So a hit by pitch puts Broussard over on first. Runners at the corners and 1 away. Bringing up Marcus Brodell. Brodell with a play in the gap. That one was not the error. Real tough play. I didn't exactly watch the full route to it, but ended up with him leaping and it glancing off his glove. Meeting on the mound now with pitching coach for Joliet. That would be Tyler Martin. Nobody warming up for Joliet. Brodell trying to produce something here. Middle infield will probably be playing back with the corners in. Richardson on third, Broussard at first. Brodell has seen 2 plate appearances in this series, both strikeouts. Back to play from the stretch. First pitch to Brodell. He ropes it out towards right center field. That's going to drop in 4 extra bases. Richardson comes in to score easy. That one gets by and all the way to the wall. A wave around for Broussard. He's coming in. Brodell on his way to third. Throw, tag applied, is in time. A 2-run double for Broussard, trying to stretch it to a triple. He is tagged out. Florence makes this a 4-3 ball game. That one split the corners off the bat of Brodell at 107. He did rope that. Almost in there for a triple. Ends up with a 2-run double. The Alls trailing 4-3. And 2 outs now for Dylan Baker with the bases empty. First pitch and off speed. In there for a strike. Another fastball dots up the outer half. Nowhere near. 1.5 inches below the plate, called a strike. 0-2. Dylan Baker fouls that at 1 away down the third baseline. Oh, 2, missing outside. One, 2. Skied into left field. That'll drop in for a base hit. Dylan Baker with a single into left field. 2-out runner aboard. Wow. That's ridiculous. Zach Beadle digs in and they play the I'm a Loser song from the Beatles. That's absurd. First pitch, swing and a miss. Unfortunately, it is a good song. But that's wild to play as someone stepping up to the plate. Oh, 1. Fouls it away. That one goes all the way to the backstop on a wild pitch. Baker on his way to second. One and 2 the count. Beadle with a single already today. Kick the 1-2 pitch, bounces in the dirt. That one's swallowed up by the catcher, Sullivan. Florence trailing 4-3. I did make sure that Bargo only got credit for 2 earned runs in that inning. 2-2. Hard hit through the right side of the infield for a base hit. Oh, stop sign to Dylan Baker over at third. Back-to-back singles from the Yalls at the bottom of the order. 3 hits in a row from the 7-8-9. We circle things back up to Tyler Schoenfeld. 2 outs and runners at the corners. Florence is a lot more protective on the base paths. I think that's a good stop there from DeNicola. But I tell you what, Florence a lot more cautious on the base paths than everyone is against their outfield. I guarantee you Washington would have been sending someone on that one. That one misses downstairs to Schoenfeld. He's got a 1-for-2 line working for him. Grounded into a fielder's choices last time up. 1-0 to the leadoff man. Schoenfeld skies it out towards center field, sending Beeman back with plenty of room. Makes the grab to end the inning. The Yalls pick up 4 hits, strand 2 runners aboard to get home 2. It's a 4-3 ball game as we head to the bottom of the 4th when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTM. This call for the lights always brought to you by Class Jewelers. Our diamond is shining bright thanks to our friends at Class Jewelers. Head on over to 7365 Burlington Pike for all your jewelry needs. Call them today at 859-525-7500. Bottom of the 4th, Joliet with a 4-3 lead. Casey Bargo trying to quiet things down. Was tagged in the 3rd inning quite a few times. Ended up being 4 hits for the Slammers. An error, a costly error in the very first batter from the right fielder Milo Rushford did lead to a run. 3 hits would proceed before he would get that second out, and then that 4th hit came in from Cam Sudo. Now with that, Cam Sudo's hit did not produce an earned run. So it was an unearned run there. 4 runs, 2 earned against Bargo. And again, you know, Joliet scoring. I had to make sure I asked because they had it at 4 runs and 3 earned. And then when I said, well, you know, with 2 outs, the inning would have already been over before that 3rd run scored. So that's why I look out for our team. Maybe the Frontier League won't. But you bet your bottom dollar I will. Was that a low blow? I don't know. Wind-up, first pitch missing outside. Not much success from the wind-up today from Casey Bargo. He's allowed 3 leadoff runners aboard. See if he can end that trend here. 1-0. Slider in there for a strike. Wind up the 1-1. Missing downstairs. Two one. Missing out 3-1. Still just the 1 walk from Bargo, but has not been as efficient as he was in Gateway. 5 hits, 4 runs. 3-1, missing outside. He's just thrown a lot of pitches in these at-bats. That's his 2nd walk issued. 4th time a leadoff runner has reached.
Now batting for the Slammers, 3rd baseman, number 1, Patrick Ward.
Patrick Ward was the culprit of the error in right field. Just flying a ball. It was can of corn in right center field. Rushford, don't know if he was dealing with some sun or, like I said, he didn't get in front of that ball. Did end up dropping it. Tyler Schoenfeld said that he caught it in an immaculate catch, bouncing off of glove, and Schoenfeld was able to pick it up before the ground. Umpire crew did not agree. Ended up as a 3-bag error by Rushford. 1-0. in there for a strike. Back big over at first, nothing going. 1-1 the count, 91 down the heart of the plate there for Bargo. Florence not going to have their inner circle for their bullpen today. I doubt Max Whitesell is available. He would be the only one that I could see throwing. Aiden McAvoy, I am sure, is unavailable. 1-1 in there for strike, pitching on back-to-back days. I think he's unavailable for the rest of the series, and that's why Toby was a little upset yesterday, leading to his ejection in the 10th. Not only did the umpire crew fumble the call for the illegal base runner, but they also took such a long time to do so. They cooled off Aiden McAvoy and really hurt him, it seemed like. That one misses outside, 2-2. So McAvoy finished the rest of the inning pretty cold. And that's one of the other reasons, Florence was arguing. A, know the rules. B, make a decision soon. 2-2. Skied foul. So McAvoy will be unavailable. Darted through 2 innings. You're not going to see him today, I would assume, but maybe tomorrow you could. Runner bouncing around over at first. Here's the 2-2, roped into left field. Another hit for the Slammers, first and second. Nobody out. 91 fastball, middle in. Just what Ward was looking for. Toby Hall going to go talk to Bargo. Florence starts to warm up some action in the bullpen. It'll be Hopewell, Harajli, Chapa, Phelps, and Jones. 5 active pitchers that you could see today. Someone has started throwing. I believe that's Logan Jones. Yep. 15, Logan Jones has started to throw. So it could be a short day for Casey Bargo. Again, I wasn't expecting the 7 innings, 10 Ks from Bargo. That was certainly some of the best pitching we've seen. Florence was happy to see it. Bunt comes in. It's down the third base line, but foul. Captain Hank Zeisler was racing in. Florence has had this sort of wheel play. Now, a bunt with a runner on second, you're supposed to put it down the third base line. So Zeisler should never really get it right at him, unless it's a missed bunt in which he'd be happy to field that cleanly. Shows bunt again. It's a slash out towards right field, executed perfectly, and it's going to bring home a run. Fielding that in shallow right is Rushford. Throw comes in, but it's way late. Florence tagged by the bottom of the order here. Another RBI single from Billy Sullivan. Runners second and first. Nobody out. Joliet extends the lead 5-3. It's now the 7th hit against Bargo. They're all over him. That's what you are susceptible to with that wheel play from Hank Zeisler. Just leaves second base. And, of course, that one wasn't a ground ball through the second base side. It was a, liner into right field. But shows bunt again. Gets it down the third base line. Garrett Broussard will field it. Throw goes on to first. It's in time. Sacrifice bunt from Ian Battipaglia. Runners move to second and third and 1 away. Something that Florence has not been able to execute is that sacrifice bunt. Joliet with the bottom and top of their order, trying to execute it, and both did perfect jobs. Sullivan couldn't get it down his first time, ends up faking and going to the slash to the right side. Battipaglia, just a perfect bunt over to third. Infield in again, fouls it away. gets upstairs out of the glove of Beadle. A run comes in to score. See if they call that a pass ball or a wild pitch. Certainly one Beadle would probably agree he should have had. I'll have to go on to iScore to see what they do. Six to 3. No one missing out. Runner on third, one away. They gave it a wild pitch. 2-1, outstairs. 3-1. Don't know if Logan Jones is hot or not. I can tell you he's still taking a decent amount of time warming up. That one misses out. Bargo has lost the zone now. That's his second walk of the inning, third on the day. He's allowed every hitter in the inning to do some sort of job. Toby Hall's seen enough. That'll be the end of the line for Casey Bargo. Goes 3 1/3, allowing 6 runs, 4 of them earned. Still on tap for runners at the corners. Least famous recipe chicken pitching change when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Back here in the bottom of the 4th inning, Florence heads to the bullpen. It's time for Logan Jones, looking for some extended relief. Casey Bargo's night is done. Unofficial 3 1/3, 7 hits, 6 runs, 4 of them earned, 3 walks, and a K. He's on tap for 2 runners on first and third. First pitch from Jones, missing outside. Pick off, it's M-0 going. One 0, skied foul. Runner takes off. 1-1 missing outside. Throw down to second. Tag applied. In time. Another bang out there from Zach Beadle. Wipes another caught stealing off the base paths. Bang bang play there to eliminate Tyler Cerny. Now 2 outs with the runner on third. Certainly helps out Logan Jones. 2-1 the count. Jones acquired from the Tri-City Valley Cats who released him. Florence claimed him off waivers. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Talented relief pitcher out of Toledo. That's where he graduated from. Logan Jones from Kennesaw, Georgia. He's 24 years of age. 6'3", 200 pounds. 2-2. Swing and a miss, bottom of the zone, out of the glove of Beadle, but the tag is applied to end the inning. 2 more runs come across for the Slammers. Florence playing from behind, down 6-3 as we head to the top of the 5th when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Top of the 5th, it's a 6-3 Joliet lead. Brett Blomquist will lead things off. Blomquist, Zeisler, Richardson, heart of the order, 2-3-4 for the Yalls. First pitch, missing outside. Blomquist, 1 for 2 today. One out in there for a strike. One, fouls it away off the leg. Calling a dead ball. It was down the third baseline. Here's the 1-2. Ooh, runs inside and hits Blomquist on the elbow. I'm going to say he tried to lean into that one. I think Blomquist more so just kind of crouched. The pitch was way inside. He is granted a hit by pitch. That's his 3rd of the series. Leadoff runner aboard for Florence. Every time Florence has got the leadoff runner aboard in all 5 innings. Actually, 4 of the 5 innings. Right now they're 2 for 3 in scoring that guy. See if we can make it 3 for 4. Zeisler 0 for 2 today with 2 Ks against Vitus. Florence has picked up 8 hits against them, but being outscored 6-3. First pitch, fouls it away. Straight up defense for Joliet. Nobody out runner on first. 0-1. Missing inside. 1-1. Hank Zeisler struck out on the same pitch in both at-bats. Has battled a little bit, definitely more so in the second at-bat. But it was an outside high fastball that he went chasing on both for 2 strikeouts swinging. 4 Ks on the day for Vitus, 2 of them to the captain and certainly my Frontier League MVP frontrunner. The 1-1. Missing outside. Y'all's trailing 3. Certainly not insurmountable for this offense. Just need to start seeing them produce with these runners on. Obviously 8 hits, just 3 runs. 2-1, fouls it away, 2-2. Two to Zeisler. Ground ball over towards the shortstop. Should be 2. Toss to second for 1. Relay on to first. Not in time. Too high there on the relay. Zeisler able to leg out a fielder's choice. Break up the double play. Just 6'4" there. Brings up Zayda Richardson. The hottest bat in the Frontier League. 6 for his last 7. He has been a tough putout. An RBI single and a double his last time up. Came in to score as well. Runner on first. With 1 away. First pitch to Richardson. He ropes that one out towards right center field. Beeman all the way to the warning track. To the wall. This man's on fire. A 2-run shot from Zayda Richardson. 7 for 8 in the series. His 3rd hit of the day. Florence trailing 6-5. Oh my. The face of the Florence Y'alls cannot be stopped. 397 on the distance. 97 off the bat to opposite field. All-Star watch on notice. Now a triple shy of the cycle. And wouldn't that be something? Milo Rushford 0 for 2 today. Can you believe it? That one's in there for a strike 0-2, bottom of the zone. Oh, 2, missing inside, 1-2 count. One, 2, missing inside. 3-2, fouls it away.
Also the pickup from Augie. Let's hear for Augie. Matthew Richardson next.
7 for 8 in the series is wild from Richardson. Payoff to Rushford, ground ball right side. Diving play over at first. Just runs it over for out number 2, 3 unassisted. Bringing up Garrett Broussard. Florence trailing just 1, 6-5.
Now batting third baseman number 5, Garrett Broussard.
Now some action in Joliet's bullpen. First pitch to Broussard, punches it out to center field. That's going to drop in for a single. Garrett Broussard gets his first hit of the series. Trying to restart the offense with 2 outs. That'll bring up Marcus Brodell. Brodell, a big-time 2-run double. His last time up was tagged out at third, trying to extend it to a triple. Let's go to the stats here. I want to see if Zade Richardson has had a triple. In my time. Last year, no triples. 2024 is going to be interesting find. I guess I'll just go to Baseball Reference. Richardson, a triple shy of the cycle. 2024, he had 3 triples. And then 1 in 2023 as well. In his career, he's got a total of 4 in the Frontier League, 5 in 7 seasons of professional baseball.
Set up for Eagle Pro Wrestling tonight. This is going to be quite the blast. Don't go anywhere after this game. Head to left field, Eagle Pro Wrestling.
Runner at first and 2 away. First pitch to Brodell. Fastball. Ooh. Missing by half an inch on the outer half, a called strike. Oh and 1 the count. Brodell fouls it away 0 and 2. Oh, 2. Missing outside of Brodell, able to lay off the off speed. Ground ball over towards second base, swallowing it up. Throw on to first is in time. That will end the inning. A 2-run shot from Zade Richardson makes this a 1-run ball game. Heading to the bottom of the 5th when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Bottom half of the fifth inning, Logan Jones out for another inning of work, able to get out of a jam in the bottom of the fourth. Picked up a strikeout to Blake Berry to end things for his first K of the day. Stranded a runner at third. Florence trailing 6-5 here in the bottom of the fifth. There was 2 more runs, both earned against Casey Bargo. Ends his line at 6 runs, 4 earned across 3 1/3, 7 hits, 3 walks, and a K. Logan Jones against the 4-5-6 for Joliet, Valera, Sudo, and Beeben here in the bottom of the fifth. Hoping for a scoreless inning here from Jones, trying to keep Florence trailing just a run. Fastball missing at the top of the zone to Valera. On the flip side, Zade Richardson cannot be stopped. The only problem is he only shows up once in the order through 9. If he showed up 9 times right now, the Y'alls might not lose a game. His bat's that red hot at the plate. 2-0 the count to Valera. Fastball missing downstairs there. Jones winds the 2-0 pitch. In there for a strike at 91, middle. Again, Valera practically gives you a first pitch strike. He won't swing until he gets that first pitch strike. 2-1, missing downstairs. He won't swing until he gets that first strike, I'm saying, actually. Now a 3-1 count. 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Out in front of the fastball, 91. Nobody on, nobody out. Payoff pitch, missing upstairs. Leadoff walk for the Slammers. They continue to get their leadoff runner aboard. They've had a leadoff runner aboard in all 5 innings now. Florence not been able to stop them. He's coming to score in the last 2 innings. Brings up Cam Sudo, who's been on base both times. Walk in a double. Bottom of the 5th. First pitch to Sudo. Fastball inside, no good. One-0. Fouls it away. Straight up defense for Florence. Second baseman Blomquist a little bit more towards double play depth. Dylan Baker in his regular spot at short. 1-1, swing and a miss on a nice slider inside. Would have been a front door strike either way. Florence hoping to get some length here out of Logan Jones. Going to the bullpen in the 4th. His 1-2. Slider misses downstairs, 27-12 on that spin rate. Two-two. Fastball low. Logan Jones, 2026 with Tri-City. 2-0 record, a 5.94 ERA. 10 games, 16 2/3 innings pitched. 12 walks and 11 Ks. What we had said before, last time Jones pitched, really was his last outing that hurt him a lot. Payoff pitch, fouls it away. He allowed 6 runs in that last outing. Before that, it was like 16 2/3. Allowing just 4 runs. Or 14 2/3, allowing just 4 runs. It was like a 2-something ERA. Payoff again, fouls it back. So Florence happily picked that up off the waiver wire. Spent 2025 with Mahoning Valley in the MLB Draft League, 0-1 with 13 games, 1 start, a 5.33 ERA. 25 and a third innings pitched, 13 walks at 22 Ks. From the stretch, closed off stance, the payoff pitch, swing and a miss, slider downstairs. Second K for Logan Jones. One out here in the fifth with a runner on first. That'll bring up Jackson Beeman, who's flied out to left twice. Righty warming up for Joliet. First pitch, missing outside. That was a slider at 85. 1-0 the count. Beeman 308 and 3 today. 2 flyouts to left field. One was hit on the screws. Ending the third inning. It's like 107 off the bat, right at Marcus Brodell. Fouls that one. Behind home plate and out of play. 1-1 the count. Valera the runner on first. Not a big lead at all. 1-1 pitch. Bounces in the dirt. Interesting collegiate career for Jones. Started college with Samford in 2021 to 2022. Transferred to Pasco Hernando, which was a JUCO. And then to Jacksonville in 2024 and finished with Toledo in 2025. So 3 colleges and then the JUCO as well. 4 total. 5 collegiate seasons. It was a 13-9 record, a 6.25 ERA. 65 games and 19 starts, 138 and a third innings pitched. 2-1 passes downstairs. 157 Ks to 97 walks for Jones. Three-one. Check swing. It's in there for a strike. Fastball dotted up on the outer half. Now a full count. You make an immediate first impression in this bullpen if you're just able to throw strikes. That's what Darden has done, and he's quickly found himself as one of the trusted relievers for Florence. Payoff. Hard hit over towards the shortstop Baker. Tossed to second for 1. Relay on to first. 6-4-3. Inning-ending double play. Logan Jones spins an unconventional 1-2-3. We head to the top of the 6th. Y'all's looking to tie this one up. They trail 6-5 when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Top half of the 6th inning, Dylan Baker will lead things off for Florence. 8-9 top for the Yalls. It is a Hooves Hangout pitching change. Looking for the perfect spot to relax and open your favorite Pokemon or baseball trading cards. Visit former Reds reliever J.J. Hoover at Hooves Hangout today. 405 Washington Street, Suite D in Alexandria. First pitch to Baker is in there for a strike. Donovan Smith, the new wing in for the Slammers. 0-1, swing and a miss, just activated off the IL today. Smith will try and hold a 1-run lead for Joliet. Florence hoping to retake the lead. They only had for a couple of innings after a 1-0 start. Oh, 2. Baker fouls it away. Baker single his last time up, stranded at third. Oh, 2. Whoa, runs upstairs, almost hits Baker, but a little too high. Final line for Benvitas. 5 innings pitched, 10 hits, 6 runs, no walks, and 4 Ks. Swing and a miss. Baker down on strike, swinging way outside on a slider. First K of the day for Smith. Vitas, even with that line, giving up 10 hits and 6 runs, somehow is still in line for the win. Florence hoping to come back in this one. Brings up Zach Beadle, who's enjoying a 2-for-2 day. 2 singles. See if he can keep things going against Donovan Smith. Enters today with a 1-2 record and a 6.75 ERA. Fresh off the IL. Florence needs to take advantage of some of these high ERA relievers for the Slammers. 1-0. Missing downstairs. 2-0. Let's take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard. Always presented by Thornbush Whiskey, the new frontier in the world of whiskey. It's bold, smooth, and wildly refreshing. Come try the new official cocktail, the Florence Yalls at Thomas More Stadium. 2-0. Grounded over towards the shortstop. Swallowed up by Battapaglia. Throw on to first is in time. 2 away for the Yalls quickly against Smith. Top of the order, Tyler Schoenfeld will dig in, 1 for 3. Mississippi at Evansville. We saw Evansville win yesterday. 13-1, a convincing win. They're back up 3-1 over the Mud Monsters. Florence will face both teams in the coming weeks. Evansville at the end of next week, and then Mississippi around July 4th. In a game where Florence will be seriously hurting. One of the worst scheduling pieces I've seen in my time. We'll talk more about that as that day closes in. 1-0, missing upstairs. So a 3-1 lead for the Otters at Bosse Field. Windy City at Schaumburg carries a 3-0 lead. The first place Windy City Thunderbolts. Now over the Gateway Grizzlies by way of win percentage by .002 on the win percentage. 19-16 versus 20-17. That spells trouble for the Yalls, who are now tied in a spot for the final wild card of the playoffs. Again, long way to go. But if Florence was in it right now, I don't know what the tiebreaker is. If it's head-to-head, they did win the series against Gateway. And we'll face them Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. (3-1). Schoenfeld skies it. Left field. In comes Sudo. Makes the grab 2 and the ending. The Yalls down in order. 1-2-3 after a scoreless frame from Jones. Florence unable to back him up. They trail 1 run Heading to the bottom of the 6th. It's a 6-5 Joliet lead when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Bottom of the 6th, a 6-5 lead for the Slammers. Logan Jones back out for another one. Pitched in unconventional 1-2-3 in the 5th inning, trying to keep going. Providing some length for Florence. It'll be the 7, 8, 9 due up for Joliet, Carr, Ward, and Sullivan. Now, this is where a lot of trouble Florence has had. 4 of the 6 runs for the Slammers have been this 7, 8, 9. See how Logan Jones attacks him. That one missing upstairs. Florence unable to get much from Casey Bargo, leaves 3 2/3 in the inning. All right, 3 1/3. 7 hits, 6 runs, 4 of them earned. 3 walks and a K for Bargo. 2-0 the count. Nobody warming up for Florence. Nobody warming up for Joliet. 2-0 missing outside. It was a leadoff walk the last inning for Logan Jones. It's already pitched 1.2. Florence again looking for some extended relief. 3-0. In there for a strike, 3-1. Continuing with our out-of-town scoreboard. Windy City over the Boomers 4-0. Whoa, way upstairs. 5-pitch walk to Peyton Carr. Second time he's been walked today. And again, little to no surprise. 6 for 6 in the leadoff runner reaching for Joliet. That'll have a new starter or new reliever warm up for Florence. That is Max Whitesell. Be pitching back-to-back days. It's good to see. I mentioned he'd be the lone reliever from yesterday that you could possibly see come into this game. Runner on first, nobody out. Patrick Ward is an E9 and a single come home to score both times. At E9, a error by Milo Rushford that really unraveled the 3rd inning. 3-bag error from Rushford. One-0, swing and a miss. Trois Riviere at New York, a 4-0 Trois Riviere lead in the bottom of the 7th. Seems like that's a doubleheader going on there because Trois Riviere already lost to New York earlier today, 3-1. 1-1 pickoff attempt, nothing going. Bottom of the 6th here, 6-5 Joliet lead. Over in Lake Erie, after a win yesterday for the Crushers, they trail the Wild Things 4-0 in the bottom of the 8th. 1-1. Ground ball, left side, backhand slide from Baker, tossed to second. For one, relay on to first is Wild. And no movement over at first base. That one took a very Florence Y'all's positive hop there. Really nice play from Dylan Baker, able to get the lead runner. 6-4 on a fielder's choice. Patrick Ward takes over at first base. That'll bring up Billy Sullivan. 2 RBI singles today, also came home to score. Sullivan entered today hitting a .178. Florence has let him hurt them twice. Down east at Sussex County. Down east with a very big lead right now, 13-4 to the bottom of the 8th. Keenan Taylor at the plate over there. He's hitting .358 for the minors since Florence released him. Having a heck of a season, always a talented bat. Florence just wasn't able to get him going. 1-0, fouls it away. Top of the 9th at New Jersey. The Jackals with an 8-3 lead over Gateway. 5-run third inning for the Jackals. Top of the 9th. And Tri-City at Brockton. The Valley Cats with a 6-2 lead over the Rocks in the bottom of the 5th. Pickoff attempt, leaning, but nothing going. 1-1 with one away to the bottom of the order for Joliet. Final game here, Quebec at Ottawa. Top of the 9th, 13-8, Quebec lead. 1-1. Ground ball, left side. Broussard fields it on 2 hops. He bobbles it. Throw has to go across the diamond, and it's not in time. An error by Garrett Broussard. E5. That one ate him up, was trying to play it on the second hop to get 2. Ends up getting none. Second error of the day for Florence. Runners first and second. One away now for the top of the order, Battipaglia. Assuming Battipaglia going to go sacrifice bunt here, just like he did last time. Infield playing back would be susceptible to the sac bunt. First pitch, doesn't show anything. It's in there for a strike. Maybe they're not going the small ball that we've seen them play. Oh, 1 swing and a miss outside on a slider. Really good spot there from Logan Jones. Now has perhaps the best hitter on the Joliet team. Down 0-2. See if he can put him away. Oh, 2 pitch. Slider misses out. Battipaglia able to lay off. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him on the off speed downstairs. Beautiful pitch from Logan Jones. Puts down Battipaglia. Second time Battipaglia struck out today. It's the 3rd K for Jones. 2 away, runners first and second for Tyler Cerny, who's 1 for 2 with a double, a run scored, and a walk. Hitting .273 entering today out of the University of Kentucky. Swing and a miss on the first pitch, a slider downstairs. 27-37 on that spin rate for the slider from Logan Jones. Oh, 1. Swing and a miss again on that slider. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. getting some swings and misses here from Battipaglia, now Cerny on this slider that's just breaking away. If you lay off, it's nowhere near the zone, but it's too tempting out of the hand. Really good pitch from Logan Jones. First and second, 2 away, an 0-2 count. Jones, the 0-2 pitch. That one's roped down the left field line. Foul. Good scoop from Mod Harajli, protecting the bullpen battery. Whitesell continues to warm up. That was the same slider, just left upstairs. Let's see what Jones goes to here. Trying to go 2 2/3 scoreless. Can he pull it off? Look over at second. Kick. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Bottom of the zone. Logan Jones with some energy on the mound. Strands runners first and second. Picks up his 4th K of the day. What a relief appearance from the newcomer Jones. 2 2/3 scoreless. Florence probably heading to the pen when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Top of the 7th inning, it's a 6-5 lead for the Slammers. Florence trying to come back. It's the 2-3-4 heart of the Jarls order. Blomquist, Zeisler, Richardson. Blomquist starts things off. Still Donovan Smith on the mound. He worked a 1-2-3 quick inning in the 6th. Jarls need to get this run on the board while they can. It's in there for a strike. Again, you probably have Whitesell for the 7th inning. After that, you'll probably trust Harajli or Hopewell to keep things close, and Florence would love to have the lead before they do that. 10 hits for the Jarls, 7 for the Slammers, but Florence with some sloppy defense. He's given up some unearned runs. That one's fouled away. They trail 6-5. Blomquist down 1-2. Bryce Harper just hit for the cycle. How about that? Maybe we could see Richardson do that. Harper hit for the cycle, and it's the 5th inning. One-two to Blomquist. Check swing. Doesn't go around. 2-2 the count. Able to lay off the off-speed. Again, Donovan Smith enters this one with a 6+ ERA. Florence needs to take advantage while they can. Nobody warming up for Joliet. As Blomquist ropes that one out towards left field. Pseudo, warning track to the wall. So long, Brett Blomquist. Back-to-back days with game-tying home runs here in the 7th. 6-6 between the Yalls and the Slammers. Blomquist, without a doubt, 101 off the bat. 386 on the distance. Have a series. Brett Blomquist. His second hit of the day. Florence right back in this one. Oh, my. Brings up the captain, Zeisler. Nobody on, nobody out. First pitch to Hank. Off speed missing downstairs. One, missing outside. First pitch, or third pitch in there for a strike. 2-1 the count. Back-to-back nights for Brett Blomquist with a game-tying home run. Fouls it away, 2-2. Zeisler 0 for 3 today. Reached on the fielder's choice and came home to score in the 5th. Blomquist's 7th blast of the season. Amazing. 2-2. Grounded foul. We'll do it again. Left-handed pitcher warming up for the Slammers in the bullpen. Two-two pitch, bounces in the dirt. Now a full count. Good eye there from Hank Zeisler. Florence maybe could start a rally here. Middle infield playing way back against Zeisler. Payoff pitch, missing downstairs. Zeisler with an expert at-bat. Works himself a walk. Heads on over to first. That'll extend an on-base streak for the captain. Now at 13 games on base. And it brings up Zade Richardson, who's a triple shy of the cycle. Not to mention he's also 7 for 8 in the series. A man who is burning hot at the plate. First pitch to him. Missing downstairs on a slider. 2-run homer his last time up. RBI single in the first, a double in the 4th, and the 2-run jack in the 5th. He's got 3 RBIs on a 3-for-3 line after a 4-hit night yesterday. The 1-0 missing inside. 2-0 the count. Two-0 pitch. Slider misses outside. A lot of off speeds here against Richardson. In there. 3-1 the count. Ground ball, right side, slow roller. Over towards the second baseman. Only throw on to first is in time. Richardson, even though it's not a hit, does a job. 4-3 to move the go-ahead run into scoring position. Mike Pinto going to head out, and looks like he'll make a change to the bullpen. For the left-handed reliever coming in for the Slammers. Night is done for Smith. We head to the pen for a Hooves Hangout pitch exchange when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Back here in the top half of the seventh inning, there's one away and a runner on second. Night is done for Donovan Smith. They head to the bullpen for a lefty reliever. First pitch in there for strike to the left-handed hitter, Milo Rushford. Florence with 3 lefties in the lineup today. Zeisler out on second. He represents the go-ahead run for Florence. Rushford 0 for 3 today. That one's fouled away. It's Max Martzloff. Max Martzolf. With an 0-2 count to Rushford. Kick the 0-2 pitch. Slow roller, first base side and foul. Able to spoil off an outer slider. Smith goes an inning and a third with a K, a walk, and the one hit being the home run from Brett Blomquist. Right now on tap for the runner at first. So an unofficial line of just 1 run. 0-2. Fastball off speed, actually. Change up there. Bottom of the zone, called strike 3 to sit down Rushford. Martzolf. Picks up first K of the day. 2 away for Garrett Broussard. Broussard trying to come through. He's 1 for 2 today with a single in the 5th. Go ahead run out on second for Zeisler. First pitch, fouls it away. Smart idea for Pinto to bring in the lefty for the lefty-lefty battle. See if Broussard can do something here for Florence. Whitesell continues to warm in the bullpen. 0-1. Change up downstairs, no good. Florence with 11 hits, Joliet with 7. But we're tied up in a 6-6 ball game. 1-1. Missing upstairs. Florence has used 2 home runs to get themselves back into this ball game. A 2-run shot from Richardson in the 5th, and a solo blast to start this inning for Blomquist. 2-1 in there for a strike at 85. Starting to think that might be the fastball for Maltzoff. 6'1", 250 out of Port St. Lucie, Florida. 2-2, fouls it back. Maltzoff enters this one with a 5.88 ERA. 2-2 the count, infield way back, especially on the left side. Shortstop Battipaglia in the outfield grass. 2-2 pitch, slider missing out. Broussard with a .314 average entering. Payoff pitch, runs inside and gets away from the catcher just a little bit, but no movement from Zeisler at second. Runners first and second now for Marcus Brodell. Brodell with a 2-run double in the fourth. Not for a meeting on the mound. Florence with an easy opportunity for a pinch hitter and avoid a lefty-lefty battle. You have Tucker and you have Bobo on the bench. Now, to avoid the lefty-lefty battle, you'd go to Tucker. Now it is an off day for Tucker, but I think you'd rather avoid lefty-lefty here against Brodell. Clearly it worked out for Joliet against Rushford with a strikeout looking. A lot of these pitches breaking away from the bats of lefties. You assume that Brodell working left side, trying to go oppo. Maybe Maltzoff leaves something over the plate for him to pull. I can tell you, it's definitely not Bobo. Bobo is currently the first base coach for Florence. And again, that move wouldn't make sense, really, if you wanted to eliminate a lefty-lefty battle, because Bobo, also a lefty. Go-ahead run on second. First pitch to Brodell, fouls it away. Tried to attack him inside with an off-speed at 85. Expecting a slider breaking away either here or the next pitch. 0-1. Brodell skies it out towards left field. It's well hit. Pseudo. Room in front of the track. He makes the grab to end the inning. 95 off the bat from Brodell. He got a piece opposite field just like I was thinking, but not deep enough. Florence ties it up 6-6. They strand the go-ahead run in scoring position. Heading to stretch time at Slammer Stadium when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Stretch time always brought to you by the Stretch Lab. Their team of highly trained flexologists will give you a deeper stretch than you can ever achieve on your own. Visit stretchlab.com to find a location near you today. Also, a Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken pitching change with a new wing coming into the game. You can pick up the best wings in the tri-state area. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, always fresh, never frozen. Max Whitesell, the right-handed pitcher in for Florence, pitching on back-to-back days. Whitesell with a scoreless frame his last time up. one of the trusted Y'all's relievers. I say trusted, I mean that Florence has gone to them multiple times in clutch situations, or in tight situations, I should say. Those guys that you can think of right now would be Whitesell, Darden, and Hope and McAvoy. Right now on the outside of that would be Hopewell. Although Jones, just entering. Hopewell, Harajli, Chapa, Phelps. All of them trying to earn that trust of the so-and-so inner circle, I should say. Blake Berry, 1 for 3 today. 2-run single back in the third. 3, 4, 5, the heart of the Joliet order. First pitch from Whitesell. Hard hit right over towards Broussard. A line drive out. 95 off the bat. We'll take it 1 pitch, 1 away. Brings up Jackson Valera. We'll take a look at who Whitesell faced yesterday. Tossed an inning and a third. And scoreless outing for Whitesell. Whitesell came in, he faced the top of the order, and in this part specifically, fastball inside. He walked Valera, who's now at the plate, and the first pitch runs inside 1-0. Blake Berry grounded out, and then Cam Pseudo grounded into a double play. So he faced this exact part of the order yesterday in a clean inning. 1-0, again inside. 2-0 now to Valera, who he did walk yesterday, trying not to replicate that. In there for a strike. Valera frozen like a statue. I said, you could just lob it in there, and he'll watch that first pitch, or watch that first strike. 0 for 2 today with a walk. 2-1. Grounded foul. 2-2. About the same crowd as yesterday, by the way, here at Slammer Stadium. It's a big stadium. Shows a lot of empty seats, but still a good crowd. 2-2. Slider away. Thought he would go to that. Valera able to lay off. Just not enticing enough. 6-6 ball game. Florence and Joliet once again in a tight one late. Y'alls fell yesterday. Can they come on top today? Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Scooped up by Beetle. Tag applied. It's in time. Really good breaking sweeper there from Max Whitesell. Picks up his first K of the day. And brings up Cam Pseudo. Pseudo been on base twice. 1 for 2 with a walk. Doubled back in the third inning. Logan Jones, his final line in a very good outing, and one that immediately it's like, hey, that's a great first impression. 2 2/3, no outs, no runs, 2 walks, and 4 Ks, providing some extended relief for Florence off the back of Casey Bargo. First pitch fouled away. Whitesell from the stretch, the 0-1. Slider heavy right now. 1-1 the count. One pitch. Fastball in there for a strike at 91. 20-59 on the spin rate. 2 away, straight up defense for the Y'alls. Sky not dark yet, still light blue, and a little bit of orange out in center field. Beautiful day. The 1-2. Sent out towards left field in the gap. Brodell on the run. He's there to make the grab and end the inning. A 1-2-3 frame from Max Whitesell. We head to the top of the 8th, tied up at 6 when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Top of the 8th, 6-6 ball game at Slammers Stadium. Florence back up to the point. Dylan Baker, Zach Beto, and Tyler Schoenfeld, 8-9 top for the Yalls. Still a lefty, Max Martzoff on the mound. Came on in relief of Smith last inning, picked up a strikeout, a walk, and a fly out to left field to get out of a first and second jam. Florence stranded the go-ahead runner in scoring position. 1-0 count to start off Baker. 1 for 3 line today. The 1-0. He skies that one out towards left field. Foul territory. Pseudo all the way over in the Yalls bullpen. No one's able to get to it. Just a high fly foul. 97 off the bat from Dylan Baker straight up in the air.
We're getting closer to wrestling, everyone.
As much as I'd rather the Yalls just absolutely blow away a team, you got to admit some tight baseball late is always fun. 1-1, fouls it away. And again, as a broadcaster, I have a little bit more fun in the close games. It's high intensity. And I'd rather see the blowout just because I'm that big a fan for the Yalls. Just rather see the easy win. The 1-2, missing outside. 78 miles per hour on a changeup. Little breaker there. 2-2. Baker again, sky fly out towards left field. Battipaglia and Pseudo going at it. Pseudo with a late call. They both ended up looking at each other at one point.
There it is. There's our national anthem flyover. Wait again.
One away here in the 8th. Florence down to their final 5 outs. Brings up Zach Beadle, enjoying a 2 for 3 night. Look at that beautiful sky on HTN. That one's in there for a strike, 0-1. A 1 pitch, fouls it away, 0-2. 2 singles from Beadle in the 3rd and 4th. Florence leading the hit column 11-7. 0-2, grounder down the third baseline and foul. We'll do it again. Grizzlies did lose to the Jackals. Technically helps Florence out a little bit. 0-2, missing upstairs. If you're looking for teams to root against in the Frontier League, I can give you the list right now. Obviously, Washington and Evansville. More so Evansville. That's who you want to see lose. And then in the other conference, technically Windy City, but more so Schaumburg and Gateway right now, as long as Windy City is the division leader over there. So anytime you're seeing those guys lose, it's usually a good day for the Yalls, and then you just need the Yalls to win to make up games. 2-2. Missing inside, a full count now. Great at-bat here from Zach Beadle. Nobody warming up for Florence. Yeah, try and extend Whitesell. Payoff pitch, missing inside. Zach Beadle works a walk after starting down 0-2. A really good at-bat from the catcher. Brings up Tyler Schoenfeld. Schoenfeld 1 for 4 today, a single and a run scored in the first inning. Lefty-lefty battle once again. Shows bunt, pulls back and misses outside. Martzoff has been able to retire all the lefties he's faced so far. Florence with the righties on the bench, but not opting to go to them. The 1-0. In there for a strike. Again, the switch here would be Tucker. I don't know if you really want to take Schoenfeld out of the ball game to speed out in center field, but that would be the switch. Tucker just goes into center. 1-1, showing bunt, pulls back and misses outside. Again, never a sacrifice opportunity for Schoenfeld with his wheels out of the lefty batter's box. It's always a bunt for a hit. He'll always have a chance. 2-1. Ooh, almost hits him inside. 85 there. Now a 3-1 count. Schoenfeld in the driver's seat. 6-6 ball game, top of the 8th. 3-1. Top of the zone in there for a strike at 84. That is the fastball for Martzoff. He's not throwing hard. And maybe it's got a little cut to it. Just doesn't throw a fastball at all. Called time from Schoenfeld, really like that. Martzoff was working pretty quickly. Righty warming up for the Slammers. That one. Foul tipped. Full count. One away runner on first. Straight up defense for the Slammers. Would have to be quick on a double play ball. Payoff pitch. Called strike 3. Dots up the outer half, just barely touching the zone on TrackMan. Schoenfeld disagreeing. Oh, here comes Toby Hall. Two away. Brett Blomquist is the batter. First pitch in there for a strike. That one missed beneath the zone as well. Again, if you're going to say that was a strikeout from Schoenfeld, that's .003 of an inch on the corner. Maybe a little too close to take, but maybe also too close to give. That one misses outside. 1-1 is the count. Second K. Again, Florence now 0 for 3 with their lefties against Martzoff. 1-1. Missing outside 2-1. Scoreboard here, no clue what they're doing. Two-one pitch, missing outside 3-1. Blomquist, the hero. Last inning that tied the game. Solo shot. 3-1 the count. Missing inside, a 5-pitch walk. Beetle on the second. He represents the go-ahead run. It's another big thing there for Florence. Beetle maybe not as fast as Jackson Tucker would be on the bench, but then you lose your catcher. You do have Harbison. Essentially, you'd just be burning Tucker at that point for a run opportunity, but we'll see what the captain can do. Again, another lefty-lefty battle. Florence 0 for 3 for them against Martzoff. Can the captain come through? Looking for his first hit of the night. Off speed, missing upstairs, but a called strike. The zone is extending right now for Jordan Alfonso. That is not in on TrackMan. 0-1. 2 inches off the plate. This guy's just not even calling strikes. It's nowhere near the zone. Oh, 0-2 the count to Zeisler. Toby Hall letting him hear it, but Toby's also got to be cautious. Would be his 4th ejection only in the month of June. Here's the 0-2 missing outside. 1-2 the count. Shocked that one wasn't called. From the 1-2, fouls it away. Zeisler able to stay alive. That one barely breaking outside the zone, and Zeisler, very high baseball IQ, probably too close to take with this umpire here. 1-2 pitch. Fastball 2 inches beneath the plate. Still seemed close. Does get the call. 2-2. Two away. Go ahead run in scoring position for Florence for the second inning in a row. Can they come through? 2-2 pitch. Zeisler popped it up in the infield. Cerny all over it, makes the grab to end the inning. Florence threatens but can't come through. A storyline here in Joliet for both games. We head to the bottom of the 8th when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Bottom of the 8th, a 6-6 ball game. Max Whitesell back out for his second inning of work. 6-7-8 due up for the Slammers. And just to keep my head a little calm as well, we'll do our Rip That Back segment here in the bottom of the 8th. Seems like tension's a little high with the umpiring crew. These two games in this series have seen some dramatics. We'll try and calm things down and open up some baseball cards as Max Whitesell goes to work against Jackson Beeman. Going to go back to our Topps Chrome update. Still a few packs to open in Topps Chrome. Beeman today 0 for 3. Did not do a Rip That Pack segment yesterday. First pitch. Beeman skies it out towards right center field. Shaney fell all the way on the run to the warning track to the wall. It's out of here. Go ahead. Home run in the bottom of the 8th. All of a sudden, Florence back against the wall before dropping another series. Oh my. I cannot stand the PA announcer right now. He is freaking out. As he should. It's a big opportunity for the home team. Brings up Peyton Carr. 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Off speed in there for a strike. Chase Hopewell warming up for Florence. Starting off the Rip That Pack with a Shane Smith rookie card on the Topps Chrome. Shane Smith for the White Sox. Having a decent year. I think he was an all-star. Or maybe that was Sean Burke. 0-1. That one's back-to-back home runs deep into the night. Eight-six. Well, this one's flipped on its head quickly.
We got an 8-6 ball game. Come on, Joliet, let me hear ya. Yo, let's keep that going. Now batting for baseman number 1, Pxp Rory.
Patrick Ward digs in. Still Whitesell on the mound. Hopewell getting hot. No one missing outside. Florence, unfortunately, is back against the wall. About to lose a series if they can't come back to the 13-23 Joliet Slammers. Allen misses outside. Would move the Yalls to just 2 games above 500 and a 5-game losing streak. Really would make things tough for Florence to look at themselves after this 12-game road trip is gone. They are just not the same team on the road as they are at home. This would move them to 6-14 if they're unable to come back. Again, just 2 runs. Maybe the Cardiac Yalls have something in store for us as Max Whitesell trying to get going. 2-2. This is outside a full count. Willier Abreu on our next Topps Chrome card. Cade Stroud on a sepia. And Cade Gibson. So 3 rookie cards. Really nothing there. Nothing so far in Topps Chrome update. Payoff pitch. Fouls it away. Probably the last batter for Whitesell regardless. It's an interesting strategy for Florence to throw him multiple innings in back-to-back games. I didn't even know if he would be active today. Payoff. Connects on the zone, but not called. The wide strike zone not being called for both ball clubs. Jordan Alfonso all over the place. Toby Hall going to go out to make a move. Louise Famous Recipe Chicken Pitching Change when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Back in the bottom of the 8th, it's Chase Hopewell. In for Max Whitesell, Lee's famous recipe chicken pitching change. Hopewell, nobody out, runner on first. Florence already trailing 2 runs. Just trying to keep it there. Hopewell against his former club, 93 in there for a strike. It's Billy Sullivan, who Florence has allowed to reach base all 3 times today. 2 RBI singles, and reached on an error. The guy hits a $178 entering today. 0-1. Shows bunt, gets it down right in front of home plate. Beto will pick it up, throw on to first is in time. A sacrifice bunt. Moving a runner into scoring position. For a 13-23 team, Joliet plays some fundamentally sound baseball. Sacrifice bunts when you need them. Going to lefty-lefty battles. And sticking with that mantra. They're playing like Moneyball, and it's outworking the Florence Yalls. Florence with their back against the wall, possibly dropping the series if they can't come back next inning. First pitch to the top of the order, Battipaglia fouls it away. Got to feel good here for Chase Hopewell, pitching against his former ball club. Hopewell acquired from Joliet this offseason. Was in the Armani Smith trade. Florence received Cafton and Hopewell. That one's fouled away. Oh-2, off speed, called, strike 3. Top of the zone, Hopewell firing a bunch of strikes here to open up his outing. Picks up a K of Battipaglia, sits him down for the 3rd time today. Let's see if Hopewell can get it done against Cerny and keep this a 2-run ball game. Single would probably score Ward. Infield back for Florence. First pitch, off speed, upstairs, no good. One 0. Missing downstairs. 83, caught the zone. Not called by Alfonso. Need that. Two 0. Swing and a miss, blows it by him at 96 there from Chase Hopewell. How about that? We know he's got the power, but 96 down the heart of the plate. Right when he needs it in a 2-0 count, that's big. Big lead for Ward at second. 2-1, fouls it away. 96, bottom of the zone. We mentioned it before. You know, Chase Hopewell has obviously, like I said, shown signs of greatness. Then he's had some rougher outings. And sometimes he sacrifices the velo just to try and throw a strike. But when he does that, you know, it's just, you know, it's the 92, and all of a sudden, you know, he loses that flame-throwing ability, which is what Florence likes about him, that he's able to hit that 96. So if he's able to find that consistently in the zone, that'd be great. 2-2. Skies it up in the infield, foul territory. Over is Beetle and Broussard. Broussard makes the grab to end the inning. The damage is done. Back-to-back homers in the bottom of the 8th. Throws Florence back against the wall. Top of the 9th, down 2. Can the Cardiac Yalls come back when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Top of the ninth, can the Cardiac Yalls come back? Trailing 8-6 to Joliet, back against the wall, series on the line. And it's the hottest hitter of the Frontier League stepping up to the plate in Zade Richardson. A 3-hit night, 2-run homer back in the 5th. Florence just needs their guy to get on. All hands on deck. Jackson Tucker, without a doubt, will come in as a pinch runner. Brendan Bobo grabbing a helmet and a bat, awaiting on deck. That one's in there for a strike. New pitcher in for Joliet. It's Ben Catrambone. 0-1, fouls it away 0-2. Martzoff goes an inning and 2/3, picks up 2 Ks, 2 walks. No runs, no hits. Sorry, 3 walks, no runs, no hits. 0-2 to Richardson. He skies that one out towards left field. That's going to send Sudo back in the gap. He's running, makes the grab for out number 1. 90 off the bat there from Richardson. Florence down to their final 2 outs. Brendan Bobo, the pinch hitter for Milo Rushford. Rushford ends with an 0-for-4 line. Florence going to their leader in RBIs and home runs. Need someone to get on and scare Joliet a little bit. Back-to-back jacks in the 8th have Florence trailing 2. Not only would Florence lose the series, but sets up a possibility of being swept for the 2nd series in a row. First pitch. In there for a strike at 82. Ben Catrambone, right-handed pitcher for the Slammers. 4.5 ERA. 0-1. Fouls it away off the leg of Bobo. 0-2. He's fired all strikes here against Florence. Patrick McCormick's going to come out and take a look at Bobo. This is unfortunate for Florence. Bobo already injured on the right leg. Fouls another one just a little bit lower. Mentioned earlier on the broadcast, he hit both sides of his knee on hit-by pitches. Showed bruising on both sides. Kept him from starting today. Now another one off his leg. Oh, 0-2 the count. I mean, what a shift against Bobo. Battipaglia in shallow center field. Stretch the 0-2. Misses outside. One and 2 the count. Base is empty, 1 away, top of the 9th. 1-2 pitch. Bounces in the dirt, 2-2. Again, Florence really needs to just get someone on. Is this an opportunity where if you get Bobo on, they're immediately going to pinch run him with Jackson Tucker? Technically, that run doesn't mean anything. Would just bring Florence one closer. 2-2. Ground ball fouled away down the first base side. Catrambone, the stretch, 2-2 to Bobo, fouls it away. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strikeout for Ben Catramore. Florence down to their final out. I might pre-close the window just so I don't have to hear the PA. First pitch to Garrett Broussard, missing outside. Broussard, a good day at the plate. 1 for 2, hit by pitch and a walk. Came in with a run scored in the 4th. 1-0, swing and a miss. Florence only 6 wins on the road. 1-1. Fouls it away. Florence down to their final strike. One, two. Misses outside on an off-speed. Well hung off there from Garrett Broussard. Brodell, the batter, on deck. Catramore set first base side of the rubber from the stretch. 2-2 to Broussard. Misses upstairs. Full count. Said it this inning, the Y'alls need this to get one person on base. Create a little pressure. Can it be Broussard? Kick. Payoff pitch. Upstairs, no good. Florence gets a call their way. That one was entirely in the zone on TrackMan. And the Boo Birds are out in Joliet. Marcus Brodell with a chance to tie it. Tying run at the plate now for Florence. At least we got one to go our way. The lefty Brodell is 1 for 4 today with a 2-run double in the 4th. First pitch to him, swing and a miss. Behind on 88. That's the fastball there for Catramore, so he doesn't throw over 90. Maybe he can touch it the max, but that is his fastball there at 88. 0-1. Top of the zone, no good. Another one. Right there. 1-1 the count. Makes me feel a little bit better that we're getting some of these now. One in there for a strike. 1 and 2. I'm interested if this TrackMan is calibrated correctly here at Joliet. Wouldn't surprise me if it's not. But that one didn't seem as far down as what it's showing. Florence down to the final strike again. Tying run at the plate, the 1-2 pitch. Fouls it away to stay alive. Fans on their feet. Catramore set. Glove in front of his face. 1-2 to Brodell. Off speed, misses outside, no good, 2 and 2. That was about an inch off the plate, but we've seen it been called. Brodell trying to give Florence a little bit more life. Kick, 2-2 pitch. Brodell, laser over towards the shortstop and a leaping grab from Battipaglia to take home a series win for the Slammers. PA is not even speaking English, just screaming over the top of the microphone. Florence drops an 8-6 ball game to Joliet. Losing pitcher will be Max Whitesell. Win will go to Martsolf. And the save, Catrabone. One that Florence dropped late. Had their chances on offense, and it feels odd to say on a night where you out-hit the Slammers that you could even blame the offense, but they did miss some opportunities. Florence didn't get anything from Casey Bargo. Goes 3 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 6 runs, 4 earned, 3 walks. I mean, a tip of the cap for Logan Jones, 2 2/3 scoreless. Max Whitesell, even, he went an inning pitched. 2 hits, 2 runs, a walk and a K. I thought that was a tough opportunity for him to extend into a second inning. And that's when, obviously, the trouble unfolded. Back-to-back home runs to lead off that inning and sent Florence behind. But they're back against the wall in the ninth. Listen, they drop a series here to the Slammers. Now, 5-game losing streak, only 2 above 500. A serious skid on the road. And this is what Ben and I were talking about before we left Thomas More Stadium. As a 6 games above 500, they could look entirely different here after this 12-game series, and Florence will. 2 games above 500 right now. Not the same team. They are losing this 12-game road trip. Just 2 wins. 2-6 right now across the first 8 games. And they really need to pick things up here on the road. Now 6-14 total on the road. That is wildly different from their 14-4 stretch at home. 4-6 in their last 10. And again, just another tough loss late. I was mentioning that these close games are fun late, but as I said, I'd much rather see the Y'alls with a blowout win than dropping something close. And of course, that should be apples to oranges, but I mean, a blowout win over a close game that, of course, obviously just didn't end in their favor. But the sun will shine again, and in Nate Lawson, we trust. Trying to stay away from a back-to-back sweep to end this week and hopefully just take away 1 here at Joliet. That'll be a 2:05 Eastern start, 1:05 Central. Nate Lawson, unsure on who will be the pitcher for Joliet. Did not send me any probables this series. But Nate Lawson, the right-handed pitcher, making his first 2-start week of the season. Trying to bounce back after a tough trip on Tuesday against Schaumburg. Can he find a little bit more ground against Joliet tomorrow? You'll just have to find out. On the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Special shout-out to all you tuning in on your Saturday night. I'm sure there's plenty of things you guys could be doing, especially an hour ahead. It's 10:13 for you guys seeing the end of this game. So a special shout-out to all you tuning in on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN, but as well as the Florence Y'alls radio network on our YouTube audio stream. Unfortunately, it just didn't go the way of the Y'alls. They fall to 20-18, Joliet up to 14-23. They've taken the series against Florence and will look to sweep the Y'alls tomorrow afternoon. Thankfully, Florence, on a travel day, will draw an afternoon game and hopefully not get back as late as usual as they do on Sunday nights. That'll do it for us in the broadcast booth. I've been Rory Tettemer, and until next time, saying so long, and y'all have a good night.